Okay, I gotta be real honest with you. I really wish this video was a joke, but in the description down below is the video that jokingly got me to inspirely make this video, honestly. Which I highly recommend because it's much more better. You get the full information, especially if I do miss something. But in short, super sweet short, yes, it finally happened. Or rather, it's been happening, but this is like the very first time I ever seen it, even on camera, mind you. So, for context, for those who do not know, which even I didn't know until just now, which again, I highly recommend the video. It's from Moist Critical, aka Penguin Zero. Um, Basically, yeah, a bunch of people literally Grand Theft Auto Pokemon cards. I literally fucking wish I was joking. And for context, I have talked about this before, about my anger about this. Especially since this is actually one of the negatives I do not like with Pokemon. Even my most recent Pokemon video, I discussed that Pokemon needs to do something about this. And it's very, very clear that, once again, I know there's probably nothing they can do, but I feel like a company like Pokemon Company and Nintendo should do something about this because this is really sad, honestly, and all that. And what's worse about this situation, what's really, really worse, is the pure insanity I see from the video. Now, granted, like I said, the video I'm striving towards comes from Moist Critical. I highly recommend watching his video because it shows a bunch of other stuff. But to give you a quick analysis, which is really sad, basically there was a brand new store that was just open for new, Pokemon cards and selling Pokemon merchandise and all that. I think they sold other things too, but I just know that it was just a recent store. And on their very first day, a bunch of robbers wearing anime book bags, like colorful book bags, well, at least one of them, and I know that looks like an anime, but I couldn't even figure out what that is. Literally with a literal, not even Glock, it was like, I think it was a machine gun, which, by the way, was actually the one with the colorful bag. Literally with a machine gun or some sort of gun in general. It's not a Glock, that's for sure. K-Man is literally just walking in like they're in Grand Theft Auto. Like, I can't deny, this feels like they think they're in Grand Theft Auto. Like, literally. And, yeah, long story short, they break through the cases, or at least one other guy does break through the cases, and literally stole a bunch of cards. And I think they stole more than just that. But, yes, they rob a store for cardboard. For literal fucking cardboard. And unlike Moist Critical, which, by the way, I don't blame his theory because it really looks such like a bitch move, but I don't think these are kids. This has to be idiotic adults. I'm willing to bet idiotic adults because there's no fucking way in hell it could be kids. Like, this feels like adults. And even if it's like are like underage, I think it's more like teenagers at least, not actual kids. But fuck, it really does look amateur. I even like, at least I agree with his how they tease with the hammer, like Jesus Christ. And the thing is, the reason why I'm pissed off about all this and all this thing is, like I said before, and I know I repeated this, but I just need to get it clear. This is one of the negatives of Pokemon, and it definitely affects me personally due to the fact that I used to collect the Pokemon cards. For clarification context, I started out with Pokemon, not with the video games, but the cards and stuff. And honestly, while I have transitioned to video games in general for Pokemon and other collectible stuff, I mean, I am a huge fan, but I'm not going out of my way to literally, like, collect every card in the world and think it's gold. Like, it really bugs me. It really bugs me. And what's even worse is I had a good gut feeling this will happen. Like, it's still shocking it happened because it's happening so soon. But I had a gut feeling it would literally happen. It's kind of funny because it feels like these people must have watched like that meat cannon video, his recent cartoon making fun of Pokemon scalpers, and they're like, well, fuck, let's bring in our own SWAT team. Like, what the fuck? It's literally insane that they're like, oh, is that a taunt? Bang! Like, what the fuck? Like, you're really about to murder someone for cards. Like, that's the issue, too. Like, I know hopefully no one was hurt, which I think there weren't, but that's the issue here. This is an armed robbery. This ain't the usual, we're busting in and it must be my birthday, yeah. They're bringing in a fucking weapon that can do a headshot, kill you instantly for fucking cardboard. Just to clarify, it's fucking cardboard. Like, this is even a reason why I don't buy not even Pokemon cards, but general cards at all anymore. Because I'm worried that someone's going to think I'm a robber and all that, or a scalper, which I'm not. In fact, I keep my cards because I love my cards. Like, literally, that's going to stay with me until the day I die. I gotta find a will to put into it with that. But still, like, in the end of the day, I know those are cardboards. I don't even touch them anymore, to say the least. I do value them, but I don't see them as fucking solid gold or the stock market. It's very, very, very insane to see this. It really is. Because, and again, it makes me worry about that. If you guys don't know, the reason why I talked about this earlier in the previous Pokemon video is because in reality, Pokemon is collaborating with McDonald's, which is unfortunate because the last time they did, or at least a couple of times they did, scalpers were able to figure out even to go through the law through hacking, like they're part of MedJed, apparently, from Persona 5 or some bullshit. And somehow, I know it was in the second attempt for sure, but for somehow, and this actually did happen, they were able to purchase the cards way before they can even be put even in the boxes or stores, like even before they left the storage units. This is not a joke. This is actually something that happened. And again, I'm not joking with the fact that they must have been like Megajed from Persona 5, because what the fuck? How the fuck do you do that? I have literal questions, and even then, why do you do this? And that's the most worst part about this. Like, again, not only is this just cardboard, which I'll keep repeating this to the end of times, which, to be fair, I'm not the only one, because, again, this is fucking cardboard. But this cardboard is meant for children in the end of the day. Like, this is for kids, for fuck's sake. Not really for adults. Yes, adults can play the card games too, but it's meant for kids. How the fuck do you cause I really know I keep repeating this, but it just bugs me and stuff. Like, there's nothing else I can say other than this is just weird and wrong in all many ways. Again, it was bound to happen, but I didn't expect it so soon. It's very bizarre at all. Like, Jesus. Now, the real question is, what could anyone do here? First of all, I really think Nintendo really needs to take accountability or something, because it's just getting out of hand with people robbing their cards. And stores agree with that. Not only stores are losing money out of this, especially those that are owned not by the main retailers, but the main retailers themselves are planning to probably drop the cards, because at this point, if there's an armed robbery of people literally trying to steal cardboard, you know something is fucked up here, literally. And agreeing with Moist Critical in his video, I do kind of agree for those who like do like, display cards and just stuff in general, because I don't know why they don't do this. Even my mall down here in Anderson, South Carolina, they basically don't do this correctly. Like, if you're gonna show products, at least make arts and crafts of it, or just show a picture of it in general. Like, don't show the actual product, or someone going to bust in and steal it. And even if they do, thankfully they'll be tricked into stealing stuff that ain't the thing. Although to be fair, at this point, I think they'll be more tricked if you just put a plain cardboard box, because apparently cardboard is the new thing. Like, what the hell? Anyways, yeah, I wanted to talk about this thing because this is crazy, and all in all, it's just sad, honestly. Like, this is sad for me because again, I grew up on the cards, and no, those kids won't be like me. They won't be able to grow up on the cards and stuff. Anyways, this has been Floxcat. I really recommend you check the video down below because trust me, it's insane. And I'm snapping out of here. Bye.